Okay, hello again. Today, well, since I work I work part time at a movie store. I get early movies, so I grabbed this movie that Cabane 52 said. It's called A Case for Christ by Lee Lee Strobel. It's right there. Comes out Tuesday, and I would like to say that so far I've watched pretty much all of it, and it's pretty bullshit. Um, Well, Cobain said that he uses a lot of different sources, a lot of atheist websites. He says that he was an atheist, and that's he says he was an atheist. But now, as I watch the movie, I see a lot of inconsistencies and a lot of problems with how he wrote the stuff. Because, well, first of all, most of the sources I see in this movie are from a Biola University, which after a while of seeing all the people from there, I looked it up online, and it is a private evangelical Christian college. So that means we have evangelicals who say the earth is 6,000 years old, proving that these are people who disregard science, saying that it's never proven anything, and they're the experts he uses. Okay, two. He talks about the contradictions in the Bible. I thought that, hey, you'd give it a fair thing and be like, yeah, there's a lot. But he gave one example about two books where one book said Christ healed one blind man, and in another one, he healed two blind men. They're like, oh, well, that's a big difference. Then he easily dismissed it, said, well, yeah, that's easily done, and that's what all the contradictions are like, because in the one book where he said just one person, he was just talking about the more prominent of it. But he doesn't talk about all the inconsistencies that they find, which an atheist would have found. And I will put a couple of these that I found on another video from a man named Catalyst. He's very done some good videos. I like him. And I took these right from his description because, well, they're very big inconsistencies, and I do appreciate his work. So thank you, Catalyst. Um, Two, it talks about texts outside the Bible, um, but then it doesn't include criticisms about them. Like, I went on the Rational Response Squad, which if he was using outside sources, not just Christian evangelical sources, would have found that these people are talking about different stuff, different people. I'll try to put a link about it or something. Um, Another one, they talk about the Gnostic Gospels and say, well, these people have a different view of Jesus. Well, they said that they're not reliable because they come later after the original books. So just because they come later, they're not reliable. If you want to do that, then the Quran is more reliable than the Bible because that's older. Um, he says that he gives evidence about Jesus being God and not just a man. And then he says that he forgave sins, that a man came to him, told him his sins, and he said, well, you're forgiven. He said, well, only God has the power to do that, but actually the Catholics do that too. It's called confession. And yeah, that's bullshit too. Sorry for cursing anyways. If no, anybody gets offended, I really not worried right now. But then he talks about his life as an atheist. He says his wife started going to church, and then he noticed a change, that she got happier and she was doing all this good stuff now. And he was just a very angry person when during the. I don't want to get this wrong, but he said he was a very angry person while he was researching this stuff. So, well, to me, he gave a very stereotype atheist that was just stupid. I'm sorry, but it was stupid. And, well, go on. He says he uses proof for Jesus' resurrection, but he only uses the Bible. He doesn't use any outside sources, and clearly that's proof enough for investigative journalist. Um, he has this weird thing where he says because Joseph, the Bible or however he found that, it could be true, but he said Joseph of whatever was part of the council of Pontius Pilate that condemned Jesus to death, took Jesus' body to be buried. That's a reliable source. That equals reliable source to the Bible. That the Bible's reliable by saying that. Then he gives proof for the resurrection. The body being missing, because women went to the tomb and they said it. He said, well, if they were making it up, they would have said men do it. Which, that would not hold up in any court or anything. That's just stupid evidence. That's not even evidence at all. And then he uses this circular reasoning that I really, really love. He says, a Jewish priest paid to say that the body was stolen. Well, that means that the body was missing. And so, if the body was missing, that has to mean resurrection. And if the resurrection, if there was a body there, why would the Jewish priest pay to have people say that the body was stolen? Yeah, so far I am not seeing anything, as unbiased. I'm seeing another evangelical guy who's using the guise of unbiased and once was atheist, and it should be, labeled as such, because it is very biased, and it is using... I'm surprised he haven't used Kent Hovind in this stuff. But there's still about 20 minutes to a half an hour, so we'll see. I may update again or something, but yeah, later.